Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to the special edition for women on Women's Day. I'm making this video because I find that our asana practice can be very useful, and there are many ways to actually optimize from the practice. I've been doing it for many years. I find that there's always something I discover each time I'm doing the asanas. So let me give you this special class so you could use it to practice, whether you're practicing daily or occasionally. I want you to benefit from this class and realize how the asanas can improve your entire well-being. So without further ado, welcome to the class, and let's us practice. And of course, happy Women's Day. Let's start the class. I'm going to start with Padahastasana. Padahastasana is the days when I don't do many warm-ups, but the Padahastasana is very nice warm-up. In fact, it is very, very useful in women's conditions. We often do not realize that it actually maintains our health, and that's why I really want to show you how we can optimize from this asana and what are the variations that you can do. I'm going to put some of this here just in case I might need it. Okay, now. Okay, let's do the asanas. Maybe you like to just move your arms just to improve circulation. And then opposite. Change direction and again. All right, inhale. And I would like you to just observe if you can, or you can follow inhaling. Now, inhaling, reaching up, as though you're reaching to the sky, opening up your fingers, looking as you do that, feel the lift from your rib cage, arms pointing up. If the neck is very tight, allow it to just allow the shoulders to support so that you're not straining the neck so much, but anyhow, reaching up. Now the reach, it comes from all the way from the pelvic area, from below the navel. You find you hold that pelvic area and lifting, and that stretch all the way, even from you're connected. Your pressure is, your feet is on the floor, pressing down, and you're lifting. Don't relax the knees are not tightened, lifting. So as you stretch, lifting, just be mindful about the areas where this asana are actually very useful for. It comes actually all the way from the pelvic area, all the way from the feet. That's why it's arms and feet reaching up. Inhaling, expanding the chest. And as you exhale, just bending to one side, to the left side. Okay, please, to the left. And just looking forward. And again, pause as you breathe out. Pause to feel where you are stretching on the side, especially if you have tightness on the hip area. You see, especially women, we use a lot of the hip area. Lifting, stretching all the way to your shoulders, all the way up to the tip of your fingers. And even the neck, you're stretching. Just feel that stretch a bit more than, don't worry about how many counts you're doing. Just go into that stretch, releasing that stretch of your lower arm down. And on the next inhalation, again, using the bottom arm to lift yourself and right arm to push up, and feel that again, that stretch on the right side, completely different from the left side. You have actually moved that fascia all the way, movement in that area on the right side. Again, lengthening and exhaling. I'm not sure if you will feel that difference in the body from the base of your feet, of your foot, all the way. Looking just in front. Let's just look in front. You already will feel the effects on the neck, I think. So let's concentrate on the left side. It's lifting up, stretching from the hip. If there's any tightness in the hip, I have more tightness on my right. I could feel it more on my left. But as you do it, as you stay in it, you can find it eases off. It stretches. So, and you see it goes all the way to the fingertips. Even the neck is getting some benefits, a lot of effects in it. It's about 8 seconds, but I'm not counting. I want you to actually be aware of your movement. Inhaling, coming up. Again, pause for a while. Just pause. Lifting. We are always in a hurry in this movement. The movement of slowness actually is very useful. So let's stay up there for a while. And then as you go, you're going to bend forward, right? Exhaling. See that movement? And you can swing your arms if you like. Exhaling. Now this is the part where you please be careful. Pay attention to the area below the navel. As you tighten the area, as you exhale, you can bring your hands here, or let's just stretch it forward. Engage the area below the navel as you bend forward. Now, you may not come to the floor all the way. It's fine. If you need support, please use the support here if you want to. That's why I brought this. It could be this way. It could be this way, whichever is easy for you to reach. If you're not reaching all the way, you may want to bend the knees. Go ahead and bend the knees. Now, most importantly, engage the area below your navel as you go down. If you can hold the tip of the fingers, you may hold or not. Or you may hold to the blocks. Exhaling. And then lastly is your head. You don't have to look like me. You can bend the knee slightly if you want, or you can be even higher like that. That's perfectly fine. Engage the area below the navel. And as you inhale, roll up the neck, coming up. I want you to stretch your arms up. You may bend the knee slightly, or you could keep it straight if you have good muscles. I mean, if it's not tense, inhaling up. Now, this is the part, for some of us, you may black out. So you may want to exhale. And then as you continue, or you may just continue to inhale all the way up. Again, mindful of your pelvic area, inhaling up and back. Now, that is another part that you need to pay attention is the neck. It might be very straining because it's the first round. So lift the shoulders a little bit. The shoulders help to support the neck as you go back. Now, if you can't go all the way back, it does not matter. You could just stay here. You could just stay here. You don't have to bend the neck all the way back. You can just stay here if you cannot bend the neck. It's perfectly fine. If this is what you can do it like this. It's perfectly fine. And as you exhale, you can go quickly down. You can bring your arms quickly down and push yourself up. So if you have this block here, you may not reach the floor, so you can push yourself up, coming up. Exhaling. Releasing. I'm going to do a different way of doing the arms so that you can see. If you don't like your arms stretched forward, you can have your arms by the side or just down the body. Let's do another variation of it. Now inhaling. Again, there are some of us who may not be able to bend so much forward. So I will do the variation as well. Let's inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, bend to the left side. Now this time, pay attention to the neck. See how much you stretch your neck. It's such a good asana to stretch your neck. You may not realize it, but it's such a good asana to stretch. Even staying like this in this position, you find the stretch on the neck. I just love this in my neck stretch. I could feel it right from my hip as well. And let's try to open up. And the next inhalation, bring it up. Can be very tight, and because you've stayed there for a long time, it's very slow. So you may, and the slow movement actually has a lot of benefits. I'll come to that later remind me. Exhaling to the right side. Pay attention to the neck. Oh, I find it's such a great stretch for the neck. We all have neck problems. I mean, especially sitting in front of the computer, or maybe not, maybe sewing clothes or something. So you may want to really stretch the neck. When you feel that stretch, let go. Just allow the neck to drop, and you find that stretch. I don't like to use the word stretch, but I think you know what I mean. The relieving this tension of the neck. That next inhalation coming out again using the arm, pulling out the upper arm up and the bottom arm to help. Sometimes I go onto my toes because it really helps me to lift. And exhaling. Now I'm not going to put the arms forward this time. I'm going to put the arms coming up and down. So when my body is forward, so you see the variation. You might like this variation depending on your arms. Bring your arms to the side of your legs. You might go down to the floor. Hold the big toes as it should be. You are usually holding the big toes. If you can't reach the toes, you can just hold any part of your leg. Now, again, remember, below the navel. Engage below the navel area. Breathing out. Legs, back of the leg straight or bend. Your choice, according to how the asana suit. Do not strain you unnecessarily. Again, you see the neck, let the neck drop, and you see that release of the neck. And again, releasing, inhaling. Now my arms are to the side, coming up. You can continue inhaling up if you are okay. Otherwise, you exhale and you inhale, bending backward. Exhale, inhale, and exhaling. Slightly different. You see the arms movement are slightly different. And you see the neck has really relieved a lot. Just the two movements of this, just doing this asana very slowly, and you really stretch the neck. Watch me do. You see that variation. So it's not always the same, because you can actually do the asanas and optimize from the asana from different variations depending on your conditions. And it's really great to actually see how powerful this asana is. Now, this asana is actually very good for maintaining your health. So I do recommend it highly. It's very good for women's health. In fact, generally, it's a very nice asana for health. Maybe we've done 7 or 8 rounds. I'm not sure, but does not matter. If you want, you may do the 8 full rounds. I think we've done 7. Just stay. We could even go to Shavasana. I'm going to lie in Shavasana to optimize from this asana. Although we have just done 1, but you feel the effects of it. It's amazing. You could stay in this pose if you want. You could also go on to the floor. Now the next asana I want to show you is Karmasana. Karmasana is a fantastic asana. It's something I realize now that I can do without, because it really relieves my stress, and it's actually excellent for women's condition. It has been prescribed for a lot of women's condition. I mean, imbalances, abnormal menstruation flow, glands and all that, even thyroid glands. So it really helps to balance our glands a lot. It's one of the best asanas to relieve stress, like I mentioned. So let's see how you can do it. Why I want to show is because some women have said that I can't do it. I have neck pain. I cannot do it. Now, always remember that if you there's never nothing that you cannot do. I think. Now, so if you collapse your hands like this and put it back, it's painful for you. That means don't collapse the hands. Just let go. Let it be. Just let it go. If you cannot, this is how you can just hold it like that. So the neck is not strained, but the asana is to hold it, to stretch the stretch of pectoralis muscles, this area. It really relieves a lot of, giving that continuous slow stretch on the area of your chest helps to reduce adhesions, help to break down, atrophy of cancerous cells and all that. So all the cells. So you want to allow this. So these practices are actually very useful in maintaining your health. So that's why it relieves a lot of stress. So allow it. If it's very difficult, then don't hold so tight. Hold where you can. Or like I said, you can use a rope. I don't have a rope with me. I forgot to bring. But, a scarf or something. This is what I'm trying to use, a thinner one. Just hold it. Just go left, right with it. As you know, this asana is that. So you can hold it if you don't mind. So you don't strain. If you feel strained, then just move to the portion that you can do it. You don't need to go all the way there. Let's get into the asana. Clasping your hands or not, or just holding. Or just holding to a rope, to a string. Now, I'm going to face you this way so you could see me. Maybe this way. Okay, so clasp your hands. First, we're going to the left side. So inhale. If you can bring your arms back, down, shoulder blades together. The scapula, shoulder blades together is great because you're opening up the chest. But if you're not able to, just do the maximum that you can do. It's perfectly fine. Okay? Now, inhale, and let's exhale to the left side. I want to show you the arms. That's why my back is facing you. You see, you bring your arms all the way up. And the neck. Oh, this is such a great stretch for the neck. It's excellent. It's one of my favorite for the neck. You see, and the stretch is all the way from the hip. And that's why it's really nice. If you cannot go all the way up, you don't have to. You can just go to the position that is comfortable for you. So let's do about 8 seconds. I think we have done something like that. And as you inhale, pull this arm or pull the string, the rope that you're holding. And, pull the string, pull the rope and come up. Inhaling. Again, pause for a while. Allow the body to pause, to breathe, and exhaling to the right side. You see, this asana also has a lot of effects on your neck. Very, very much. And coming up to the center. Don't move, stay where you are. I'm moving because I need to move. Then the next one is forward bend. And then inhale and then exhaling, forward bend. Again, stretch your arms. If you can, you use a rope. Hold the rope up, okay? Or hold the arms up. Exhaling, again, like Padahastasana, contract the lower pelvic, lower navel. Bringing the arms higher if you can. And next one, inhaling, lifting. Inhaling, may bend the knees slightly or not. Inhaling up. You see stretching and coming up. This is the part you need to be careful. If you want to breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, and breathe in, coming back. And lift the shoulders to come out of it, because it can be you might not be able to lift up and strain the neck. So lift up the shoulders coming out of it, or don't hold it for too far out, Just if you need to lift the shoulders, so you lift the shoulders so it protects the straining on the neck. Otherwise, if you're okay, you can do that. Okay? So that's half of the thing. The second half is quite a straining exercise. Let's go down. I'm a bit haphazard now, but next one I will show you in a less movement because I wanted to show you how it's done. Again, you can use your palms or you can use your rope. Let me just show you with the rope. Inhale. Next, I will use the rope so you could see it. Let's do without the rope. Inhale, exhaling to your left side. Bring the arms. The arms are not away. They are in, close to the body. And pulling down. So you feel the scapula, shoulder blades are coming together. Inhale. Press your toes to the floor. Exhaling. Again, this is excellent for the neck. Inhale. Next, you're lifting the shoulders up, the arms up. Exhaling, lowering your forehead to the floor. And continue to move your arms as closer to the head as possible if you can. Otherwise, stay where you are comfortable. Exhaling from the pelvic, below the navel, contract that area. And inhaling, pressing the toes down, coming up. Rise to sitting again. And then continue back, inhaling. Exhaling. The back bend is quite difficult. So some of us may want to put a block there to reach the back. So you need to put the block there before you do it. Okay, to reach the back. Or to support. So inhaling up. Now, let's continue. I'm going to do with the rope so you could see how this is done. So I'm using the rope for those who cannot stretch so far. First inhale. Exhale, left side. Now, I like to turn my head down. My neck. So I give a little more stretch to my neck on the side because I have some neck pain I want to address. I find that this asana is very useful for doing that. You see the stretch is also all the way from the hip. And inhaling, turning the head back to the center, coming up. Exhaling to the side. And turning the neck down to give that stretch in the neck. And inhaling, see I'm pulling with the rope, I'm pulling myself up, straightening up, and exhaling. Engage abs, below the navel, exhaling. You feel that contraction as you do it regularly. You find you know where to exhale from. So you may not have it so close to you this way, but if this is what you can do, hold it this way and go. And inhaling again, contract, engage lower navel. You may want to exhale and inhale. If you can, just continue to inhale all the way back. And exhaling, release. You may want to lift the shoulders to release so the tension is not pulling your neck. You need to be very careful. This asana, then go onto the floor. Then you do the same thing in this position. Inhale, exhaling. So one more, you can do this way, otherwise I'm turning my neck down. You don't have to use the rope if you can collapse your hands. I'm just showing how it's done with the rope. And exhaling to the other side. So inhale, lifting up, and exhale to the right side. I'm turning my neck. So I want to stretch this levator muscles, the trapezius. And inhaling, pulling in the center. And exhaling. Again, the arms maybe can help you to, some of us may have to go further. It's perfectly fine. Some do not. And inhaling. Continue back. Or you can pause, exhale, and inhale. Back to the center. The bending backwards is the most hardest for those with neck problem. So what you could do, put this block, and then you have a rope. You just go back, and you just, if this is hard for you, just go this way. So you're stretching your chest and go backward. Just maybe looking forward, lifting the shoulders up to support in a very small angle, and coming back and release. Or you could just stay in this position and then coming up and release. So variations are there. Do not strain your neck while doing it. We're going to do now. It really calls for a Shavasana. You can do one more time on your own if you like. Otherwise, you can do Shavasana. It's really nice to go into Shavasana after each asanas. So let's get into the asana. To the Shavasana. Because we've done 2 asanas, or maybe not, but it's good to optimize from the practice. Next inhalation. Just bring your knees to your chest, exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, release. Now I'm lying down here to show you one of the poses. It's a mudra, it's Ambhasii mudra. A lot of us women may need this mudra to do on a, sometimes when you need to deal problems with this Svadhisthana chakra. So how do you do this pose, this mudra? Just bring your mind to your Svadhisthana chakra. It is about 2 fingers above the Muladhara, the tip of the tailbone. It's actually right at the pelvic floor. That's where that's where this Svadhisthana chakra is. So bring your mind to that. Your eyes are closed, and just you inhale to that chakra, and you exhale without any pause. You inhale, exhale. About 7 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So bring your mind to the chakra and inhale, exhale without any pausing between the inhalation and exhalation, about 7 times. You can do in the morning asana sequence if you need to do this.